Today, we do the official hook up and pull down the road with everything on board. Kayaks, bicycles, tow car. Let's see how we do.
Hello everybody, this is Gary with Ruff Road RV Life, and we are preparing to hook up our Class A motorhome to our towed, which is an Acura MDX. The system that we chose to use is the Roadmaster Falcon All Terrain tow bar, and we're going to hook it up to our mounting brackets. So how we're going to do this is just the thing that I like about this system is you don't have to be straight on with it, because as you're getting ready to see, we're going to take the pins out. I'm going to take the pins out first. The thing about this tow bar is it stays locked up right here, and when you want to drop it down, you just push it forward, release the lever, and bring it down. And the arm expands out, and see how this thing swivels, and this comes in and the bar comes in and out. So you just line it up and just push it in. So you don't have to be precise with it. And then you have to put the pin in the right direction, because the hole, like so. And then you got a hole here and a hole there. You slide it through, and then you have to make sure that this thing, when it flips over, it actually touches this side of the pin on the other side.
Got it.
Like that. And then it's locked in. And of course you do the same thing on this side. There. Get the hole lined up. Pop it through, lock it down.
Right.
Now this is the mounting bracket. Me and my son-in-law installed this ourselves. It took us about 4 hours. We had to take the front of the truck off. And this is mounted to the frame.
And we did do a video on that.
Yep. Then we're going to hook up our safety chains. Now it may look like these are going to the grill, but they're not. They're going all the way back in there to where the frame is. So you would have to pull the front end of the car off first. And this they give you this little channel to run your chain down, which I think is nice. Now at the end of the day, when you want to unhook, all you do is pull these levers up and it releases the tow bar lock, and you just pull the pins and slide it out. The safety chains are on. And I already have them hooked up to the front, up here where I leave them. So they're already hooked. Okay, this pink wire, this is part of the brake system. This is the safety lanyard in case it were to come apart. It will pull the pin out of here and activate the brake and stop the car.
Is that part of the Blue Ox brake
Part
system?
of the Blue Ox brake system.
Okay.
So that's all there is to hooking the tow bar up. One other thing is that when we first did this, we hooked our tow bar into our RV hitch, and you're only allowed to be 3 inches out of level. So we were 7 inches out. So I had to go buy this high-low hitch, put in here. This is a 6-inch lift, and lift my hitch up 6 inches so that level I'm within 3 inches of center, up or down.
And center being in the center of the post.
The center of the bar.
The bar there.
The center of
the pin here. And so we are within that 3 inches.
Within the 3 inches.
Even though it looks like we're a little uphill, but we're within the range. We measured it. Okay.
And another thing this comes in handy for, as you can see, is tying down our kayaks.
Yes. So we are fully loaded today, heading out to dump the tanks.
Dump the tanks, buy fuel, check our tires.
Weigh.
Now we're going to hook our lights up next. Now you can have a pigtail installed in the front of your vehicle, your tow vehicle, and just hook your RV direct to your tow vehicle and use the lighting system for your tow, for your lights. We chose to use magnetic lights, and one of the main reasons we did is because on the back we're carrying bicycles, and even though you can probably still see our lights, they're still kind of blocked. So we're going to put our lights up top with magnetic lights.
That'll be right up there.
So we're hooking up putting our magnetic lights on, which this is pretty self-explanatory here. And then we gotta start feeding our wire, which is not too bad because you got roof racks. We just go along the roof racks, pull up the slack, and I take it underneath the windshield wiper, let it hold it down. I just had a moment here.
Now it fits.
Yeah.
Well, this is our third time hooking up.
Yeah. So we got our tow bar hooked up, we got our lights hooked up, and now we're going to hook up our brake. And this is the brake system we chose to use. It's called the Blue Ox Patriot 2. And all you do with this is you hook this part around the brake pedal, and it sits on the floor, and then you gently push the seat up just to secure it. You plugged in your breakaway, which was that pink cord up front. You hit the power, and the lights will flash, and you hit setup, and this will run through one cycle and sets itself for your brake. And that's all you do. It's all remote feed.
Okay.
We got a little display up front that lets us know when this is working, but there's no other wires to hook up.
Yes, it'll say brake activated, and it also displays a shading.
Power, got that. Cigarette
Yes.
lighter, that's your power.
Yep.
And that's the only two wires you hook up, is this power and this breakaway.
Yep.
Everything else is remote control.
All right, so do you hook that up first, or do you run your
We have
car?
to run our motor first before we put this in, because we have to run our motor for 3 minutes, cycle the transmission, and turn the motor off, and leave it in neutral with the key on 1, and then we hook our brake on.
Okay.
And then we're done. So right now we're going to cycle our motor and get it ready before we put this on.
Right, and check use your owner's manual because it's different for different vehicles. We have a Acura MDX and 2005, and that's how ours works.
And this is just applies to our vehicle, people. This is not, everybody's different. We had a Dodge Ram 2013 that we couldn't even tow unless we put it all the way up on a trailer.
Backwards, right? Is it backwards we had to tow it?
No, if we put it up on a trailer, we could tow it like that. If we wanted to flat tow it, tow it with a car dolly, we had to put the back tires on the dolly and drag the front tires. But
right, it had to be either on a trailer or backed onto a dolly.
Yeah.
No.
So we elected not to do either one of those. Even though this was the older vehicle, it was better for us. Okay, so we got our motor started. Now we're getting ready to run through our sequence for our car. We start our motor, we run through all the gears, and then we go back up to D5, and then into neutral. We run our motor for 3 minutes. We turn the motor off, leave it in neutral, and leave the switch on to accessory 1 so that the steering wheel doesn't lock. And then we're ready to go. But we can't tow over 65 miles an hour for 8 hours. And then we have to stop and redo the sequence again. And that's how our vehicle works. So we're going to do that. We're just going to sit here for 3 minutes, and then once I turn it off, you just have to remember to make sure all your accessories are off. AC's off, the radio's off, so you don't run your battery down. Press this, see how it moves the jaws up and down, and then you put this around the brake pedal. Just like that. And then you move the seat up just to snug it. Like that. And this is my breakaway wire. Goes in here. And then I plug my cigarette lighter in. There. Power it on. The little lights be flashing. Setup. It cycles. Brings back. And now it's ready. That's all you do to it. I left the windows down.
Okay, we are underway. So far, so good. Hey, Luna. There's the Acura tracking behind Ruff Road. This is the breakaway system. The brake system. It's breakaway ready.
You can set, it says force 5, which is metal. That's what they recommend, but if you're in a different type of environment, you can either loosen the pressure of the brake or you can increase it with the display thing.
Yeah. We'll learn, but this is the first trip. What do you think, Tara? It's been an exciting day.
There's other options on that menu.
We're just learning.
The most part is plug it in and go.
Yep. And if you have any experience, share. Okay, nerves are a little on edge.
On our first time towing, I came up to the light and I put my left turn signal on, which activates my left camera.
And no more car. I saw it too, but he'd already had a heart attack and was...
Yeah, I glanced down at the display. I didn't see the car.
And there it is.
And I thought, oh crap.
Okay, well, we are heading back home now. And everything seems to be working well. We're very happy with how it pulls behind the RV, behind Ruff Road. We'll be disconnecting soon. And it looks like the rain's let up. That's a good thing. Right, Luna? Right, Terra? It's been a big day.
We're done with our little trip, so we're going to unhook everything and park. We're going to take the brake loose. Unplug it. Turn it off. Unhook my breakaway. I didn't say this to start, but this goes to the front, and I drilled a hole in the floorboard and ran it along the frame, and that's how I ran it. You can run it through the window, you can go through the firewall, but I found it easy just to drill a hole and go underneath. And I started the motor just to let the battery charge a little bit. So now we're going to unhook the lights. Now the tow bar.
So you're unhooking the breakaway first?
Breakaway.
Okay.
This is the other end of that wire.
Okay, gotcha.
It goes underneath.
Yes, so you drilled and put it through the floorboard. Gotcha.
That releases the pressure on the arms. Hold these two up.
Right.
Pull the pin. Crack it. Put the pin back in. I forgot to mention that after we hook our tow bar up, we pull our motorhome forward, which extends the bars and locks them into place. Consideration for when you're choosing to purchase your tow bar is you should know the weight of your vehicle, loaded, and then buy a tow bar which will handle that weight. We purchased our system from eTrailer.com. They have very many options that you can choose from, as well as you can call them on the phone. They are very helpful and very knowledgeable. Our specific system is listed in the notes, as well as a link to our installation.